As a former 320-pound binge eater, you will not stop binging until you understand these very important principles.
How do you know you're a binge eater? Well, if you're eating not necessarily like 3 or 4 cookies, but the whole bag, maybe you just can't stop once you start. Maybe you're eating past that full feeling. These are all indications that you might be suffering from what's called a binge eating disorder.
Or you don't eat all day, but then you have like 2 meals at the end of the day, which is something I used to do a lot.
Actually, every woman that reaches out to us says, I don't eat much, and they're doing exactly that.
We noticed that 85.8% of you guys are not subscribed. So what are you doing? We give you guys free weight loss advice. And to the 14.2% that are subscribed, you guys are doing something right here. So thank you for all your support. We really appreciate it. But seriously, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. And did you guys know, fun fact, science shows that if you eat the same amount of food in the beginning of the day versus the end of the day, your body reacts so differently to the food?
But today we're talking about the neurobiology of the binge eating disorder and ways you can set yourself up for success to end the binge eating cycle forever. And Penelope and I have done that. And we're actually helping other people to do that too. I don't know about you, but I'm really busy. So I'm oftentimes eating on the go and I'm just not taking a lot of time. I'm usually like multitasking when I eat. And so this can actually cause binge eating disorders. We don't have a culture anymore, most people, where we sit around the table and we actually have a meal for an hour. It's very, very, very unusual. So the first way you can stop the binge eating cycle is by using a technique called mindful eating. And that means eating slowly. Believe it or not, even though it's gonna feel like slowing a freight train down that's going at high speed, it is so powerful. Not only to shift the neurobiology, and this is science-backed, everything we're telling you in this video has been researched and proven by peer-reviewed science. So we're not just making this stuff up, but there are things that we practice. And I have to say that this is an edge for us. We actually have to set a timer for our meals because we tend to eat way too fast. If you just eat more slowly, you can not only help your binge eating disorder, but you can really help yourself to eat less calories and therefore lose weight. It's pretty extraordinary.
Number 2 is regular eating, which is really hard for a lot of people, especially moms, people who are just so busy working a 9 to 5. It's hard to remember to eat. And sometimes it's really hard to not remember to eat. I'm also there with you guys who are like, I think about food all the time. What are you talking about? Yeah. I'm with you on that too. But eating regularly and eating the right things regularly is really important. Because if we're eating sugar every single 2 hours, that's going to put the weight on. That's not going to help us burn fat. It's not going to boost our metabolism or give us energy. It's like a bad ex. It's just taking from you, but it's not giving you anything.
Right. And I know a lot of people only eat 1 meal a day. And research shows that when you eat regularly, you can kick the binge eating habit and behavior to the curb. And I just think it's so interesting because you'd think like intermittent fasting is all the rage. People think they're doing a good thing, but you can actually harm your metabolism. And many times in our weight loss journeys, we've reached a plateau because we've been following this because of its convenience and because we just simply didn't feel hungry. But when you start to eat more regularly, you stoke the fire of your metabolism, you help to maintain blood glucose levels, and there's an overall benefit also for the mindset and behavior of binge eating disorders. The third one is about stress management. And I know that sounds really easy to say, but we're doing a lot of this in the group that Penelope and I run because this is a huge topic. A lot of people are just emotional eating and they're really stressed out. And when you're stressed out, you can't actually absorb the nutrients in your food. So like, why are you buying this expensive, tasty food if you actually aren't even absorbing it? It's fascinating. Stress can be a #1 cause of how a lot of people are just gaining weight, let alone it contributing to binge eating behaviors.
I lost 2 pounds last week from not being stressed.
It's amazing.
From choosing to not be stressed. Notice the word choosing.
Well, you can choose how you're responding. You can train in our program. It's only $47 a month, just for now. And you can meditate if that works for you. You can do deep breathing. You can do yoga. You can do squats. I mean, whatever works for you, but you got to find some way to manage your stress. You can't just like keep letting it mound and bound and, augment.
Number 4 is adequate sleep. Now, last night I actually got 9 hours of sleep, and guess what? I feel amazing. But you're like, how do you even sleep for that long? Or how do you manage to get it? Because this thing happens and this thing happens and time flies by and I've only gotten 5 hours of sleep. You're putting weight on, your hunger cues are going crazy, because you're not sleeping long enough. You're not sleeping enough. And then your body is craving things it wouldn't normally because it's like, I need sleep. Our bodies do most work during sleep.
Well, most people don't relate stress management, adequate sleep, regular eating and mindful eating as a solution for binge eating disorders. But it's true. Research shows that when you're consistent with 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, and you keep a regular pattern like 10 to 7, 9 to 6, things like that, you will absolutely see a huge difference in your weight loss. Who knew sleeping could help you to lose weight? But it does. Not only that, but it makes you a better person. I'm a lot nicer when I'm well rested.
Me too.
Regular physical exercise is also a way to curb the binge eating behavior. Did you know that at least 150 minutes a week is necessary and important? If you're sedentary, start walking. If you're already walking, maybe start walking faster or doing resistance training or lifting or doing whatever you want to do. But this is the key. You must enjoy it.
Yes.
You must enjoy it.
Some girls in our group are joining tennis clubs or swimming clubs, something that they love and enjoy. They don't feel like they're working out. They feel like they're having fun.
That's right. Go with a friend instead of meeting them for a coffee. Maybe go for a walk.
A lady just did that in our group.
I love it. I love it. We're really into it. Our program has a lot of incredible physical fitness classes that are really fun and engaging and actually quite different.
They're made by us. They're not made by some other person. They're literally made by Mom and I.
Yeah.
I love that. Something I really love, guys, is our group is so personal. It's so like Mom and I. And like if you guys love Mom and I and you need help on your journey, then you should reach out to Mom and I because we genuinely care. And we're real people, which is what I love. I feel like there's a lot of fakeness out there. So if you're looking for some realness, comment realness.
I love what the results our members are getting. It's pretty exciting.
It's really exciting.
And this is these last few points really reflect a lot of what we're doing in the group. We're teaching a lot of the skills that we've talked about already, but there's this thing called cognitive restructuring. And that means that if you're accustomed to binge eating, you're going to just keep going into that behavior. If you're accustomed to being in like a shame cycle around binge eating, you're going to continue in that cycle and you're just going to continue practicing and strengthening the things you're already doing in your life. And so it's really important if you want to stop the binge eating cycle is to stop the negative thoughts. Stop the negative thoughts about food, stop the negative thoughts about your body, and start really learning about how to take care of yourself and how to nourish yourself like at a very, very deep cellular level. And that's something that we teach in our program. And I want to encourage you today to start challenging some of the negative thought patterns. First step is to see the negative thought patterns. The second step is to interrupt it and be honest with yourself in a loving way, but also in a really real way. Comment below if you have a negative thought that you want to stop today, so that we can read it and we can hold that with you. Another thing that helps to end the binge eating cycle is social support. So that's why we structured our program this way, so you have that cohesiveness. Get a neighbor, get a friend, get somebody in your life who can be a positive social support to help you and hold you to your commitment to get regular exercise, to sleep consistently, to challenge your negative thoughts, and that the bully that's inside of you, to eat mindfully and slowly. So these are all really, really important topics, which leads to emotional regulation. So it's like everything we've talked about up until now is about emotional regulation. Everybody that we've ever talked to in the weight loss game, they're eating emotionally. They're eating from emotion. They're stuffing their emotions down. A lot of the plus size women that I know, because my mom was morbidly obese, and they wear their hearts on their sleeves, quite literally. They're the most sensitive, loving, kind, joyous people that I've ever met. And I think that part of the reason why they've gained the weight is because they haven't understood how to regulate their emotions. And food was just kind of an easy, fast go-to. But now it's gotten the best of a lot of us. And so balanced nutrition is also another point on how you can end the binge eating cycle, because your neurology will change once you reestablish the healthy pathways from the gut to the brain. So there's a lot of components that make up the neurobiology of binge eating. If you want to make a difference in your life, consider doing something today about binge eating. I hope this video has given you some tools you can take into your hand and take action with immediately.
If you are an awesome woman who is looking for support on your fitness journey or your weight loss journey, do not start on January 1st. Start today. Start before Thanksgiving. Start now. And if you want a group of women to hold you accountable, to meet you where you are, you want to see us every Monday on our group coaching calls, then you should join our program. We talk about the gut microbiome and health, and we give you so many recipes.
The food, forget about it. They're like, did I lose 3 pounds this week? The members are saying, is that even possible? I had such a fun, delicious week. Oh my gosh.
You should be feeling like you're missing out right now. And if you don't feel like that, then okay. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And because it's fall, my favorite season, you should either comment a pumpkin or an orange heart emoji because I think they're both one of the best emojis out there.
We help women to beat obesity with our Step It Up system in just 90 days. Click the link in the description to learn how to lose weight without drugs like Ozempic.